Metal?
Metal over there.
Yes.
Yeah,
sir.
I got it. I got it.
Oh,
I got it.
sir.
Okay, you're welcome.
It's definitely all recycled.
Somebody might be able to use that. Just lay it down to the side.
Nice toss. Look at that. Why are these people here? Because they think recycling is important. And why do people keep recycling? Because they see that they can make a contribution to the future of the planet. I mean, if we all produce waste and nothing but waste and nothing is recycled, people can see in the long run that that's not a good way to run a planet. And if you take the planet-wide view, you can see it better than if you take your personal view. Because personally, I get rid of something, it's gone, that's it. But from a planetary standpoint, you can't get rid of anything. It's always there, and it's always going to cause you some kind of a problem, unless you can figure out a way of recycling it. And that's what the recycling is all about. Some people only come here to recycle. They have a pickup at their house, and they could recycle at their house, but there's no truck that you're going to have that can recycle all the different things that we recycle.
I recycle because there's just too much garbage on the planet, and if we don't recycle, we'll eventually all be buried in it. There's plastics recycling has expanded. We used to only be able to recycle plastics 1, 2, and 3, and now we can recycle all the recycled plastic up to number 7 as long as it has a number on it, and it has reduced the amount of things that I throw away by a tremendous amount.
Orange juice containers and butter container, all those plastic materials. I'm glad that they've come here because I don't know what happens to it with private trash, but I know what happens to it here. So it gets recycled.
If you go through the effort of sorting things at home and somehow checking what plastic number you have, on whatever box and so on, you don't want to be part of some type of a general lie that you leave your garbage at the bottom of the road and the garbage company just throws it together with the regular garbage. I think it's not my choice.
If you look at where we're going ecologically, we are shooting ourselves in the ecological foot. We're taking and taking and taking, and we're not bringing anything back. We just the earth is not sustainable. So the stuff that we have extracted from the earth, we should reuse it so we can reduce it. Recycle it, reuse it.
I started recycling 20 plus years ago because my husband said we had to. I'm a real city gal from the Bronx, and our recycling was the incinerator.
Why do I recycle? For a variety of reasons. One, it's what we have to do to keep our trash load down in the earth, and it's just good for the earth. And more directly, it reduces my outright cost for what I pay for disposal of trash.
The garbage people wanted that amount at that time. I think it was $45 just for 1 month. So here I get a whole year. I can bring my paper, my cardboard, my glass, my bottles, aluminum foil if you got. I don't use much of it because they say it ruins your brain. It gives you Alzheimer's.
Why do I recycle? Because
You can wear them tonight.
because I respect the planet, and because sometimes I use things and I say, my God, if there was 40,000 of these in some landfill somewhere, it would be an absolute mess. So let me bring it back and maybe somebody else can use it.
Right. I made this necklace out of mostly garbage. I did buy the chain and the findings at Michael's, but I've been looking for pieces of broken jewelry, keys, old keys, nuts, bolts, anything that I can make a interesting art project necklace out of. So I made one for my daughter, and now I'm here to look for more parts.
It's great to come here and find stuff that we can use over and over again. And, we bring stuff here as well, and it's nice to see other people taking things and being able to reuse them as opposed to seeing them end up in the garbage somewhere.
As far as I know, we're the only all-volunteer operation in the state of New York. I think the fact that you have volunteers working is really what makes a recycling center work. If no one is paid, everyone is responsible. Why are these people here working? Because they think recycling is important. Recycling is important for the planet. People feel that sense of responsibility. They're recycling for a reason.
There's nobody can recycle like a bunch of volunteers. They know their community. And if you're paying somebody to do something, his overall set of mind is, let me try to get by with as least expenditure of energy that I can. But if you're a volunteer, you focus on the job at hand, you try to get it done.
Every month we look to do things better. I can't tell you, it's a very rewarding thing to feel that we're doing something that very few people in the totality that we do is occurring. I don't know what else to say in that we're satisfied in making our contribution to this earth.
It's important for our society, for our continued growth, not to keep consuming, but by recycling we can reduce our impact on our natural environment. And after all, if we don't protect our natural environment, we're gone.
I believe the rest of us that are involved with Kent Recycling, we all seem to share the same belief that everything is worth reusing rather than sending to a landfill. This is the way of our life now, that we need to be resourceful and protect our planet, because once we destroy it, it's gone. And we can't keep doing that to Earth.
Hi, my name is Joe Albert. I'm a volunteer here. It gives me a good feeling to work with the community, see people I know, interact, and it's good for everybody. And more people should volunteer to do this type of work.
I come every weekend and try and help out. You know, I'm on the recycling committee, and every couple months we meet and talk about the same things, which eventually happen.
There are a lot of high school kids who are interested in recycling who will come and volunteer, which is really good for their school records if they come and volunteer at a recycling center.
I volunteer for community service for Penn State, for scholarships, and I also started volunteering here in high school in order to graduate, and just volunteer every once in a while when it looks like they need some help, so that's about it.
I volunteer for college as well, so just getting some hours in, keep a scholarship.
I mean, when it comes to work, sheer work,
It looks like we still got some.
when it comes to sheer volume of work, you cannot beat this individual.
Tonight's like a 2-hour game.
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. All right, I'm
See
going to tell
this?
Mark Barley.
Watch, he's standing up. Now he's going to move. He's going to move forward, he's going to move backwards, and when he does, work will accomplish.
Oh, geez, I just, oh man.
You know, if we get a youngster, it's almost always been referred by a judge. We get that a lot. They can either pay huge penalties or they can work it off at the recycling center. And luckily, our judges are recyclers and have been, probably from the very beginning. So they know that recycling is important, and they know we need help, and so they refer these kids, and the kids see that it's better than paying out money. And it's worked so well, as a matter of fact, that judges in the surrounding area are now using the Kent Recycling Center. So you have judges outside of the town of Kent referring people to the town of Kent recyclers.
I had a parking ticket, $50, or come here and do this for 8 hours. So I chose to do this for 8 hours. Rather not waste my money. So, hard work, though. I mean, I'm sure you could even offer the judge to do that. I'm sure he'd accept it. I mean, you need community service. People need help. Down here, clearly. Not a lot of people down here. A lot of people coming in to return stuff, though. Of course. I just bring stuff.
Good job.
I've been volunteering here now for just a little over a year. And I enjoy myself, meet new people, have a lot of fun here. I just came here as a recycler, and then one day, for some odd reason, I just asked if they needed volunteers. Been here since.
I mean, these volunteers think that they're doing something, and they're right. They think that they're doing something of real value to their community. And they think that they're doing something of real value to the environment. And, you know, it makes them feel better, because there are so many things that we do, like we burn gasoline, right? And there's so many things we do that we can't control that harm the environment. And this is one thing that we can all do that helps the environment. And I think that's why we got so many people to help here. We were taking garbage from the very beginning. I mean, it doesn't make sense to recycle if you can't get rid of your garbage also at the same site. And I will say, as an aside, there was several attempts to close us down along those lines that we were accepting garbage. Most recycling centers do not take garbage. And when we first started taking garbage, it was probably not quite legal, I admit. And one of the town board members came and ratted on us to the DEC, and the DEC came down and said that they were going to close us down. What incentive does a person have to bring you his recyclables if he can't also get rid of his garbage? It didn't make sense. So it didn't make sense to us, and eventually it didn't make sense to the state either. They passed a rule that it was legal to have a garbage truck at a recycling center. Before that, you couldn't. All you could have was a recycling center, no garbage. The truck comes from Royal Carting. They've been doing it for every Saturday for 20 years. Can you imagine that? Every Saturday. And they are so reasonable that we're able to keep down to $3 a bag. But if they weren't reasonable, we'd have to charge more. And the guy who comes is almost invariably helpful. I mean, they never sit up there and you know, drink coffee and smoke cigarettes and stuff like that. They always come out here, talk to the people, you know. So I think Royal Carting is a great operation.
Been driving the Royal garbage truck up to the Town of Kenton Recycling Center for 3 years. And we have a little bit more going than just driving a truck up and sitting down. I help them out, you know, as far as putting different things where they're supposed to go. Like we got a man come in today with 3 wooden pallets, and he was going to throw them in the wood. Instead of that, I got a hold of Jim, and we put them over there to use them to pallet out the cardboard.
Okay, got a big hole in it. Are you staying in the rain? I got it. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Raj, did you wash your hands before you're eating?
Of course not. What do you think, he's a sissy?
I should speak. I should talk, you know?
He's not a sissy.
Yeah, when's the last time you washed your hands?
Oh, yeah, many moons ago.
Oh, God. Oh, that was a low blow.
Morning. Oh,
Good
look
morning.
at that. Take care of your back, my God.
What is this? What is this?
This is sheetrock and stuff, so is that like hard?
Sheetrock goes a different place.
Okay. This is just plain old garbage.
You know, you're
Morning.
right. I am a human being, and that I could have all kind of back trouble.
I
and things.
know.
You know, you're the only one to realize that, you know?
Well, take
and I
care of
appreciate this
yourself.
deeply. You touched me deeply.
Now what
All right,
about
now, this
that
goes
one?
over there. Like that. Let me rescue you. Okay. How are you?
Good to see you. Your beautiful legs.
Yes, I'll make sure he gets my beautiful legs. Okay. Okay. How about this? Okay.
I was asking Mr. Baker if you were filming him because he has such beautiful legs. The garbage has nothing to do with it. Nothing whatsoever.
What do we do with that? The curtain right there?
Yeah, this is metal.
It's metal?
Yeah, and toss this if you can.
This all came from one attic. One lady's old attic. This is the 3rd time we picked up stuff from her. First time was a couch, and before that we had like a wardrobe. We had a lot of stuff.
I've worked other recycling centers, and Kent is pretty much the only one I've ever worked at where it's all volunteer. There's no other town that I've worked at, including Hyde Park and Red Hook and up that way, that has anything like this.
When you come in, if you come in and decide you want to join, you talk to one of the volunteers here. And if you decide, you know, you look around and see what you like, and if you decide that you want to join, you go to Sue Kotzer, who is taking the money at the desk, and she will give you 2 sheets with all the instructions on what you can recycle and also how much it's going to charge for certain items that we have to charge for, that we are charged for by Royal Carting. And she will also give you a specific number that she writes on your sticker. So you will get a sticker with a number on and also a receipt. They'll take you around and to each station and show you exactly how to recycle and explain to you how we work. And that's about it.
So people flow in, process, and you see the cars flow in a circular counterclockwise motion. They're on the right where the garbage truck is empty, go up to the building, and within the building we have cardboard, junk mail, paper, plastic, all being combined into bales. This process allows people to flow right through our building, and on the far end of it we have our free table and public library. We're here at the beginning of our recycling entrance. What you see is the garbage truck and 2 important roll-offs. This first stop allows people coming in to get rid of their bulky items. The garbage, heavy metal, and what we call uglies.
Okay, stuff to unload. Okay, this is garbage. This is garbage truck. It's the oil filters here. Hopefully there's a lot of stuff. Garbage truck.
Garbage truck.
Yep. I'll walk you over, and then the rest is recycle. It goes inside. Over here. Garbage truck.
Oh, garbage truck.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I can turn these in the metal place.
You gotta dump the oil out of them.
Huh?
Drain them, I think.
Yeah, they're already drained, I think.
I think so. The one on the right isn't.
Yeah. We'll do that.
Okay. It's base metal and the plastic lids, probably garbage.
Yep.
2 lids. One's metal. No, that's construction debris. The actual metal tin goes in metal.
Okay. This one?
Yeah. Wee. That's got
Make it
hook.
fun, right?
Yeah, that's got hook on it, so that goes in a garbage truck. Swing. All right. All right, that's, and the rest is just recyclable, box of magazines and everything.
A 4x4 piece of lumber, something that's real hard on the blade of the truck, we put in there. Stuff like this, and rock wall, that won't go in the garbage truck because the garbage truck goes to the burn plant, and you can't burn this kind of stuff in the burn plant.
Okay, what do you want to do now?
In there. Take your time. You want gloves?
Nah.
All right, wee. Yeah, you got plenty of room in there. Well, not too much was dumped in there last week. And cardboard, it goes over here. Or whichever side, you got it. Unloading household, the bathroom renovation, and just separating some of the good 2x4s. And we lay them on the side of the non-combustible bin. You know, it's an easier place to put it. A lot of people come in here looking for 2x4s, 2x6s for renovation. Okay, I gotta go over here and help them.
This is for scrap metal. We don't charge anything for scrap metal because it doesn't cost us anything to get rid of it. The guy gets rid of it free of charge.
There's a pool heater, what's left of it.
But it was
Rotted up.
There's no plywood in that.
Just taking it apart for anything salvageable. Also easier disposal. Some of the stuff in here is fire brick. Has to go into the non-combustible bin. Cast iron. You know, they're your copper heat tubes. And then you got the steel housing here, which just is going to get thrown into the metal bin. I want to see what the burner racks look like. Oh, sure, they're not going to rot away. They look like they're in pretty good shape. Little magnet tester to see if it's ferrous, not Ferris Bueller. Okay, what is it? Magnetic? Yeah, all right, steel. Not worth it. Okay. Oh. There's two people to bring it up in there.
The white truck over there is for deposit bottles.
All the redeemables, which we do collect, we give to Park, and they in turn, with their people, take it in and recover the cash value. As such, this is where we can contribute to the public good.
Recycle, we take them to Park. These are recycled cans, and our program helps the guys learn how to recycle who are disabled. And so we bring them in and they then recycle and learn how to put them in the machines, learn how to, and then get a little bit of a treat from it. So, spread the wealth around.
This is, obviously this is for glass.
Drop it in, honey.
I love it.
I love throwing the bottles. Maybe if I could scream at the same time, that would also be good.
Any blue bottles in there is taken by a lady. You see that one? We'll retrieve that later. That's, we got a whole collection of blue bottles, and this lady is building a house out of these blue bottles. I don't know if that's going to be her windows or what, but she's building a whole house out of blue bottles.
Now on the far side of the trailer is the tin roll-off.
We have someone who gets the tin cans. We have someone who takes those and the scrap metal.
Yeehaw!
Reuse the bag, of course.
One of the reasons we can operate so economically is we're supplied this trailer free of charge. This trailer holds about 3 weeks of material. Now, what material do we put in there? Okay. These are called Gaylords. These are these magnificently large cardboard boxes that you got the pallets over there and underneath. Now, when that gets finished, they will wheel it in there. And as I said, 3 weeks and we've filled up that trailer. Newspaper, as soon as it's filled, it's taken in there. Junk mail, as soon as it's filled, it's taken in there.
We have a three-position plastic baler. We have been lucky we added this third one just a few weeks ago to give us greater flexibility. With three compacting sections, we can always be working one while we unload one. That way, we are continually working. And with the growth of our community, we found that it required three. The numbers of bales we get each Saturday have been growing. Today alone, we're going to have 6 bales of plastic. Now, we've already baled, and we're keeping this one open for the moment. We've baled all 3 once today, and we're keeping this one open now and concentrating on the other 2. And you see Cindy has just filled that and is compacting it. We've tied off the bale. Now we're going to release the pressure on it, and it will go up and allow us to extract a bale of plastic. We can now extract the bale.
Wait a minute.
device, if you notice the long arms underneath, as we cook it under, it breaks it free from the compacting. We're going to have to put another band on this one. It's loose.
Okay.
Yeah, let it be for a moment. We've only got 20 minutes. Let's see how far we go. Yeah. Yeah. Now we're going to pile it up on top inside here.
Let me pull it out.
Yeah.
That's it.
Good.
Good.
Hold it. I couldn't. I didn't get a good grip on it. That'll work.
That's it.
That's it. We can make bales here probably up to 600 pounds. This machine is capable of about 30,000 pounds compression, and it bales the cardboard. And as you can see, it just compacted that pile we've had down to very little. And we keep packing it in all morning, and we are about to make the second bale today. That's taken in over 1,000 pounds of cardboard today. Quite an accomplishment for our little area. This is how the baler works. If you look up top, you see a tall piston. That piston inside there is driven by a hydraulic pump, up to 30,000 pounds. When we put cardboard within the open space, that cardboard, that top plate is driven down against the cardboard and compacts it. Now, when we get more cardboard, I'll show you what occurs with that compacted. He is opening up the chamber with the cardboard compacted. The chamber now has compacted cardboard. He is opening up. That's a very heavy gauge compact gauge that now we can swing open. And there's the cardboard bale. Now we tried to feed these through.
3 almost, Howard. Stand it up to the top a little.
How's that?
Oh, you're there, but it's not coming through. Hold it. Let me cut it.
We are using these ports, 1, 2, 3, and 4, to allow him to know in the back what we're sending the baler through on. I'm working on number 3, which I think comes close to going through. We have number 4 here, which is also blocked. He's cleaning it out from the rear. I can hold it. Stop right there. Okay, got it. Both the plastic, the cardboard, the junk mail, and newspaper all go into the trailer. And we usually pack it in about 3 weeks. We even double pack junk mail on top of a bale of cardboard. It's very stable. It's taken to a recycling center. And there they take it apart where they mix it with other sources of those materials. It saves us money. We don't have to pay for the transportation, although cardboard is valuable. We are not getting any income from it, but we're also not spending money on transportation. It's a system at the moment of cost avoidance.
Now, these people are all waiting to pay us money. Look at that. And look, see how happy they are to pay us money? See? How much are you paying us, sir?
$150.
$150. See, I mean, see? And how much are you paying us, ma'am? How much are you paying us?
$60.
60?
60.
a mere $60. Do you mind getting in line somewhere else? I mean, you know. Okay. Now, here's the batteries. The state is telling us that we can throw these in the trash. And we're saying there's zinc in there. Zinc is not as bad as cadmium maybe, which is in your rechargeable battery. But zinc is still a poison, and we don't want it in the water or the air. Because if they go to a burn plant, you're going to get the zinc in the air. It goes to a landfill, you're going to get the zinc in your water.
The batteries we've been collecting for years. We take them when the county has a hazardous waste cleanup day, because let's face it, that's what they are. We've collected them simply to keep them out of the garbage and the watershed and so forth. What we've discovered is that trucks that were transporting these to wherever they were going to be decommissioned. I don't know exactly, we really don't know exactly what happens to them, but some of the trucks caught fire. And they think it's because batteries that were not fully discharged had rubbed against one another, starting a spark that set it off. And so this is the solution that they've come up with. It would cost us more to ship them without, so we did it. And a bunch of people sat here for several weeks covering the old batteries, the ones that we had, and some of them were in pretty good shape. But now we're, again, like everything, we're training people to do this themselves. You have to be careful. So that once in a while we'll get somebody who unthinkingly just plops a whole bunch down. So we keep the stuff here so that they can cover. They only really need to cover the positive pole, but it has to be very well covered. It has to be really on there tight so it won't work loose. It's easier in the summertime because it's hot. In the winter when it's cold, the stuff doesn't stick as well. But they can use anything. Some people use the tape that you use for painting, and other people use black masking tape, anything that they have at home that's available to them. And there are the egg cartons. We have a bunch of people who have hens. Madden Center on Miller Hill has hens, and they take a lot of these. There are other private people who have eggs. This whole island is plastic bag area. We collect not only plastic bags, but the peanuts that come with your packages when they come through the mail, and bubble wrap. There are people who make and ship stuff, and so they want some of this packing material, and that's where it ends up going. But as you can see, every week we get a great number of plastic bags. The recyclable ones are the ones that have the triangle with the 2 on them. They all are supposed to have that triangle. This one says 2, and it's a recyclable. It can go in with plastic. But an awful lot of them are not. They don't even have anything on them, but they're usable bags, and people need them. Rather than have ShopRite continually go out and buy and use new plastic bags, we send them back to them, and I don't know whether they use them, how they use them, but they are recyclable, and so that's what we do. There are a number. I particularly like there don't seem to be any here. I have 3 cats, and every morning the kitty litter has to be cleaned out. And I use the plastic bags that the newspaper comes in. And I put it in, and I tie a knot in it, and then I double bag it because it really stinks. And I bring it here in my garbage every week. But that's a very useful thing for me to have. But they're sorted so that all of ShopRite's can go back to them. And we sort them more or less by where they come from. And again, the same people who use the paper bags are going to use the plastic bags. So they'll go where people need them. And if people, some group says, we need a whole bunch of plastic bags, by all means, just here you are. We collect these manufacturer's coupons that come mostly on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. There are 3. This was the original that says Smart Source at the top. Now we have redplum.com, and there's a P&G that is also. These are manufacturer's coupons, and they have a longer shelf life than the stuff that comes in the newspapers that you tear off or the flyers that you get at the store. And these are gathered mostly every weekend, and they are spread around among 50 or so families. I'm not exactly sure who, but they've asked us to do it. They use the coupons. Anybody else can come and take a few if they want them. But sometimes somebody says, I really need this. And so when we see where it is, we try and save it for them. But basically, this is a help yourself sort of situation that everybody, again, learns how to do. We get an awful lot of coupons that end up in the junk mail, but, you know, that's life.
What a waste. Oh my God. I don't know what we're going to do with them. You got to take us something. Clothes, lots of clothes. If we know somebody who especially needs the clothes, we'll give it to them. And we give a lot of it to Arms Acres, and some of it goes to Goodwill, and some of it goes to the thrift shops in the area.
We take a lot of our clothes over to Arms Acres, and some of the people come in there and they have only the clothes on their back, and they love to go to this rack full of clothes, all of which came from here. And if there's too many, we just keep taking more and more clothes there, and if there's too many, they take it down to New York City, and there's like an endless market for our clothing, the cast out clothing. And that's just one aspect of this thing.
What we do is if anybody has a certain demand for something, we'll take that as long as they have a demand for it. Somebody wants carts, because they're making mats for hot pads. And then we take box tops for the schools. If somebody, makes a certain request, why we'll put a sign up and try to collect it, or we usually have no problem collecting it.
These are being collected as trail markers. They mark the trails in Fawnstalk because these apparently keep their color better than the chips that are sent by the government. And so we save these. We can only use these very flat ones. We don't want the regular bottle tops. Even though they're very bright, they don't want these. This is a normal bottle top. They don't want them, they just want the ones from the milk bottles. So these are saved, and then they're picked up by the people at Fawnstalk, and they're used. They also use them to mark the trails on Ninham and the other trails that are available around the county and the town. We collect all kinds. Mostly this kind of paper bag goes to the thrift shops, and that's so we take them in. Yes. Thank you. See, you have to keep an eye. Have to keep an eye out. Thank you.
And a lot of people put up their own cards if they're in business or if they want to sell something. Well, we have several bulletin boards where they can put that up.
We collect the refundables. If you're too lazy to take them back, we'll take them. In the early days, it paid for our gas. That we bought gas using the refundable money. But now it just is refundables, and more bottles are refundable, so that's great. Bottles and cans. Over here, these are also recyclable. This is aluminum foil. We hope you wash it and clean it before you bring it. And these are aluminum cans. Aluminum as opposed to tin cans. Actually, the way to tell the difference is if you can't pick it up with a magnet, it's aluminum.
Hello there. This is a little invention I made. It's a pole with a rope, and we have a magnet at the end, and this is how we separate the tin from the aluminum. And then I'll show you. See, this is aluminum, it doesn't stick, but then we go fishing. Ah, see? There's a piece of tin over here. Aha! See? Another... I think it's like Saturday morning fishing. Only you don't need a license. What do you got?
Cat food can.
Cat food can? Let's test them, all right? We're going to take them out for a test drive. Look what we do. They seem to be aluminum. Oh, hold it. Hello. All right. Trout. It's like fishing. You want to try it?
Now over here, anything you see that's lying around here is free of charge to all members. And it's free for you to leave anything here free of charge. Except for him, he has to pay.
My name is Sharon, and this is the free table section. Although here it's the bookcases, we try to keep it organized a bit. And we have various items, like this here will be different little bric-a-brac. And we have plastic items. And we end up getting some really lovely things, such as these glasses and a very old wine glass. We do get a lot of coffee cups and dishes. And actually someone this morning brought this lovely set if you had a punch bowl or you were into old traditional eggnog at Christmas or the holiday time. And someone will be pleasantly surprised by this because these are very lovely. Also, people bring in kitchenware, household items they no longer need. A lot of times we get things in that are brand new, still in their box with the tags on them. Today someone brought in this great growing lamp, or if you were an artist, that would be perfect too to use. And over here is where everyone tests to make sure the items work, and that's part of the stipulation. Everything must work. And right now a gentleman is bringing in a meat slicer. And this is fantastic. Thank you. Hi. Make sure you check out the books. We have a great new selection. The library had their book sale, and so we have their remnants, their leftovers.
Let's go look at books, guys.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Hope you find something. This is the children's section. We try to keep little things, and here you can see that the children are busily looking through the new items, and hopefully they'll find some great things that they'll be amused with. That's lovely. Why don't you take it? That just came in today. Very nice little things. A lot of little girls will like it. Polly Pocket. That's a big hit. It's great. Oh, isn't it cute? And then a little, oh my goodness, look at this. This would be great for a little girl. We often get a lot of nice things. I like to give things to people, and I enjoy almost being a salesperson and showing people the new items and whatever items we have here. I get a sense of enjoyment to know that people are leaving here with big smiles on their face, that they found something that they have been looking for, or some funky item that they'll put in their house and really enjoy. And I like the fact that we all share. It's sort of like the old general store where everyone gathered, and we're sharing what we don't need.
These young boys here, Jack and his brother, William, have just donated all of these toys, and there's actually a box down here that you can't even see that's jam-packed, and that will be the second box we'll unload that they've brought from their house. So that was rather nice of them to be so generous. And somebody else can come along and enjoy them.
A set of maple bunk beds. They're 20 years old. They were $500 20 years ago. My kids outgrew them, and hopefully they can go to two little kids somewhere in Kent.
Are these your boys? Did they sleep in these bunk beds?
They did. They did.
Both these boys here?
Well, that's my nephew. My other son, he slept in it a few times. He's an Iraqi Marine, just got back. You got 2 Navy and 2 Marines here.
Thank you.
Jamie, this goes around the corner.
Yeah, where are we going?
Just take that, just 1 glass and 1 metal pen.
Gotcha.
And then what do you guys want to eat?
Slept in this bed.
I did sleep in this bed.
Are you having any separation anxiety, or are you?
I'm actually glad. My feet had no place to go, so I'd always be curled
Since he
up.
was a wee lad.
I was curled up in a little ball, so it's good that we're getting new beds that I can fit on, you know?
Hanging planter things, honey pot, the bird. It's going to the free table. So for anyone who wants it, good stuff.
What I'm holding is yet another treasure from Kent Recycling. I mean, it appears to be some sort of a candlestick holder, but as you could see, it's a pretty substantial piece of work. I mean, between the metal and the glass, and I think it might make a nice stand for something. What that something might be, I don't know, but I'm sure sooner or later something will turn up.
They make it easy, and it seems very helpful. You know, it's recycling. Everything gets used again, and then they have a lot of stuff here that we can bring and let other people use when we're done, and we can get stuff like this for the baby. We take home, and when he's done playing with it, we bring it back, and some other baby uses it, and it's great.
In fact, I got a bag full of candles here that I just picked up. I have these little, I'm not sure, tea light candles. I have several candle holders at home that take this type. So if somebody wishes to pass them on, unshop on their part and retake on my part, hey, I'm for it. And I just brought in a fan today, and it wasn't working, but some guy concluded he could fix it, so pass it on to somebody else. I was looking for a cassette player for my classroom, and I talked to Brian out here, and Brian said, "Oh yeah, I can find one of those," and he repairs those. And next week he had one there waiting for me, so he didn't need it. I did. Pass it on to somebody who could use it and find another home for it.
Yeah, people come up here looking for engine, lawnmower parts and odds and ends, and sometimes complete riding tractors or lawnmowers that just need a little bit of a tune-up. And I got one 3 years ago. It was nearly new. He said it smoked like a crop duster, and I just said, okay, fine, I'll take it home and play with it. And in fact, I needed I want to call it a beater mower, so I can mow the perimeter of my property without worrying about damaging my good push mower. And it turns out that they overfilled it with oil. Drained some of the oil out of it, let it run and cycle out, and it's been good ever since. So it's things like that, you just apply a little know-how.
What's the best thing you ever got at the recycle center? A cookie? Awesome. Hi.
Over the period of years, a recycling center will build up a tremendous amount of material. These are things that some people don't want, that most people don't want. There's always somebody, right, that will want it.
Look at that. All right. You see it's going round and round and round? I mean, you could use this to sift your flour, make bread, right? Look at this. Who would throw away a thing like this? I can't believe it.
It's a one of a kind.
Look at this. One of a kind is right. Look at that.
It's a beautiful bird feeder.
Yeah. Who would throw away something like this? And this? Thank goodness somebody put it over here in our area where we try to keep things, you know. I mean, somebody will gobble this up. I mean, they'll love this, you know. And this, look at this. Look at all these wonderful, and that beautiful hose there. Look at all these wonderful things.
Wouldn't this make a lovely Halloween hat?
Why Halloween? Why not, you know?
You go. I was a pirate one Saturday. You can be, can't think of.
No, I don't think it'll go on with glasses.
Not over the glasses.
Yeah, not with the glasses.
Well, maybe.
Help! I don't think I can get out. I can't get out. Oh, I'm locked in here forever. Oh, no.
And I'm laughing.
Wow, that was close. That was close.
That's a tight call, huh?
Oh, look at this.
Oh, wait, no.
For the birdies, for the birdies.
I have one better.
Oh, look.
Mine's
Look. Yeah, but look, somebody shot at the birds. The BB shots through there. See that? Somebody was shooting at the birds as they were feeding.
See, and someone was kind enough to try to recycle in a nice way.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's really nice. I like that.
That is.
Yeah. There's all kinds of beautiful goodies
And
here.
if you have imagination, you could really come up with a lot of nice stuff. Did you see that beautiful marble?
There's some marble over there.
Oh, no, not some. Come see. Come see. This is not a
Some marble. Oh, look at that.
Gee, isn't that gorgeous?
Oh,
Weighs a ton.
what is it? I bet it weighs a ton.
It does.
Is there a lid?
No.
What's the purpose of it?
You're supposed to put something or other in here, but you know what? I would flip it over and put that on the bottom.
As a chair?
Yeah, put in your garden, you could sit on it.
Hmm.
Sure.
You have a very inventive mind.
I know, and it can be problematic.
And it's amazing how something you want to get rid of is valuable to somebody else. It's amazing, you know? I mean, these are things that people don't want anymore. They're good. They work. They're okay. They're fine. You would pay money for them normally, but they don't want them anymore, right? They're taking up room. And so somebody comes along and says, oh, I've been wanting one of those for years, and they grab it. Free of charge, everything free of charge. The leaving is free, and the taking is free.
You know, we bring toys exactly in good condition, and we leave for other people, and they take it. They take it, and now we're going to take a toy for us.
Now we're gonna have a fourth mobile because I have a quad and a Jeep and a tractor, and this is a bigger tractor.
Yeah, we leave things. I know the other people is going to use it, and we bring in good condition. We don't want to sell it. We don't want to, you know, we want other people to use it. Oh, and my husband here, he love it. We all the time, we recycle. He is the one, he recycles.
Honestly, it's one of the best things about coming here. I mean, you know, just the fact that we don't have to throw away things that we don't have a use for anymore, and that other people can make use of that stuff. You know, I mean, this is ideal for my kids. And we bring stuff all the time, and I know people that just want to become members because of the stuff that they can get, never mind the recycling. So it's just, it's a fantastic use of resources and materials and you know, everything. It's great. A friend of mine's here, and he's got a trailer, and he's going to load it in his trailer and bring it home for us. Because it's amazing how many people from our neighborhood are members here, and I run into people that I know all the time. It's, yeah, it's great. Truthfully, another section that I really like is the books section. There's absolutely no need to buy any books because there's more than anyone could ever read over there. Fantastic selection and well organized. It's beautiful, and the price is right. Yeah, I get all my books here.
My name is Carmela Luciano, and I do the books. And it's a big job, and I have lots of help here. Let me take you around so you can see where I do. Here is all of the videos. Children, a lot of them have gone today already, but that's always a big part. And we have animals area. We have a gardening area. We have a travel area. Big religion area. Anything you want, and usually it's right here. Also, all of these are health or sports. And this area is just politics and miscellaneous stories. Here is all the romantic novels. And we have a lot under the table too. And here we have things for families and health. And here, biographies. Oh, here's the cookbook area. And this is the junior area, the pre-young adults. And that's young adult over right there. Now, we do have a special place here. These are the latest books that are usually or have been bestsellers for a long time. Today, it was full when I came in. Today, it's half empty. And then we also have people who are interested in writing. All of these have come in from the recyclers, bring it in. And they always go out with something else too. And this is for people who are interested in music. And here is all of your things like knitting, quilts, anything that has to do with decorating in the house. Okay, are we ready to go over here? All right, now he's one of our youngest children who is, he loves books.
I love books. That is my downfall.
Yeah, no, we
but
love
I really come for this fine lady here who's in charge of the book department.
Okay, he's great. He really is. He takes a lot of books, which I love. Anyway, this is the children's area. That's all of their books. That's very popular around here. And let's see here. Actually, we even have a foreign language area. If anything comes in foreign languages, it's put on those shelves. We don't have much room, but we put things as well as we can. And over here is the most popular one. These are all the mysteries, and very popular. I was a teacher, and the first thing I taught kids was how to read, and when they left a class, they always had a book to take home. Also, as a kid, I always loved reading. My mother used to find me hiding behind the chair because I had chores to do. And we do have an area here that I didn't tell you about. We have lots of stuff here for computers and students who are going to college. They have a lot of things that people bring in and they go to. People like the kids before they go to college come here to look here. This is Ann. Did you talk yet? Yes? Okay. She is great. When I went on vacation, she took over. There were 2 kids who were here who come in every Saturday, and I don't have to tell them what to do. They just go do it, and it's wonderful. These are the greatest helpers that I've ever had. If I leave, they do all the work, and it's a pleasure for them and for me. There's some people who are here every week looking for books, and it's been a pleasure. And they're my friends now. Here's one man. Come here. I forgot your name. John. John comes every week, and we were talking. And tell him what you look for.
Mostly nonfiction books. This is a good place to come to. They always have good stuff.
He goes home every week with something in his hand.
It's a good place to come to.
People keep coming, and they love the books, and that makes me happy. I love it because I love books, and then when I see people come out and go home with about 10 books in their hands, I say, way to go. It's a lot of time. And lifting big buckets full of books, but we do get them on the shelves as best we can.
All right, this is a bunch of Freon. We can deal with some of the Freon, and some of them we can't deal with. You have to have special training to deal with the Freon. And if there's a type of Freon there that I can't deal with, I send it to Royal Carting. They deal with it. It charged $15. Now, this is all books. This thing has got an awful lot of books in it. It's not filled with books, but it's got a lot of books in it. These books came from the library. These were not sold during the last book sale, giant book sale. Now, they will be added to our free library. Yes. And now, there's, well, I doubt if we're going to be able to handle all these books. I mean, we actually don't know what to do with them, you know. Maybe there's somebody, you know, like a hospital or a veterans thing, maybe they could want them. We'll try to find something to do with them, okay? Now, these appeared overnight. I have no idea where they came from, but I'm going to saw the tops off, wash them out good, and we'll use them. Now, This is all tires. Look at that. That thing is full of tires, and we charge $3.50 a tire, and that's how much it costs us to get rid of them. I think I can get rid of them a lot cheaper up in Catskill, New York. I may fill up the white truck and take a trip up there. Now those batteries, I don't know what those batteries are doing there. There's a gas station that'll take them. There's no need, you know, they can get rid of them at any gas station. There's no reason to take them here. And then, so I got tools in here too. So tires and tools, I can remember. Now this is interesting. This is household hazardous waste. Now, you notice the fluorescent lights? I got to take those. See, that's what I'll use one of these barrels for. I got to take those and get them up, because if they break, there's mercury vapor in there, and it's a poison. Now, we get rid of these at the county's Household Hazardous Waste Day. And the county has gone down to one Household Hazardous Waste Day a year. And this has really put a crimp in our style, because we need 2 Household Hazardous Waste Days a year. We need 2. And so do the people around here need 2. But in an effort to economize, they're down to 1. But now those fluorescent will belong in, you know, it should be up like that. It's not safe like that. I mean, somebody will throw something in there and break them. If so, if you break a fluorescent light, you're supposed to open all the windows in the room for 15 minutes, and then come and sweep it all up with a blotter and not touch it. Put it in a sealed envelope and get rid of it. That's that's the procedure. And now here is our major appliance. I don't think I can get, yeah, oh, the door open. The skid steer. Now, I'd like to, right now we use a skid steer for a lot of things, but I'd like to replace some of its duties with a thing called a double stacker. In order to double stack in there, right now, we have to stack outside and then bring it all inside, because you don't want to drive that inside of a closed container, because you get carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide reacts with your blood vessels and your red blood cells, and they're out of commission immediately. So we don't want to do that. So we're hoping to get a stacker for about $1,000. This is
Any kinds of paints?
anything you see here that you can take is your
No, I know. I was going to look for leaving them next time.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Great.
Yeah, this is all paint.
Yep.
Yeah, this is almost all paint. See, we're letting air circulate in here.
What happens with this?
Now, if you put paint in a garbage truck and the paint gets out on the, leaks out of the truck onto the highway, that guy's in big trouble, right? And so you have to have the paint hardened. So you got to let it set for a while, for months actually, until the water vapor goes and leaves a cluster. There's only a couple more things. That, of course, I don't have to explain. The county doesn't do everything wrong. I mean, this is supplied to us by the county. Now, not only will it take electronics, but it takes air conditioning too, which is a big help.
Here, to my right, are 2 gray roll-offs. One of the great things we've convinced the county to do, the county has provided free of charge to all citizens within the county, while we restrict our area to members of our Kent Recycling Center. Any citizen of the county can use these roll-offs for depositing electronic material. All electronic material, from cell phones right through to all TVs, computers, modules, any electronics is put in and segregated according to their characteristics inside. These electronics are important not to be discarded into the waste stream. It's a critical thing that we do not allow the electronics to find their home in our waste stream, which have very strong contaminating materials, as well as batteries. So all that material winds up in here, and the county, with a contract to a company, takes it away and they recycle it. Within electronics are extreme materials, from cadmium to silver, gold, many other exotic materials which they do recover and reuse. So it's one of the more fundamental things right here in Putnam County.
I can't think of anything else. I think most of the activity goes on inside there, you know, where people find out exactly where everything goes. They get all their information from those people inside, or from us at the garbage truck.
Well, you can give a hand here. Please.
Jeff, why are you always filming garbage? Look, this bag's not tied up, so if I threw it up in the air, it would all fall out. Here, let's see. I'm throwing it, I'm on film.
You're going to throw it?
I don't have my throwing.
Over here. Not. Okay, you can do it. Woo. You can do it. She did it.
Over there. You know, it's not, that's as far as it goes. It's hitting, you know, it's hitting on the bottom. I mean, look, it just, you know.
It's hitting this, for one thing.
No, it isn't. Well, maybe it is.
Yeah, well, see, look.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's hitting.
No, it's not, you know, it's hitting.
Okay, get a running start.
I did as hard as I could. It didn't do anything. So, anyway, if it's really hitting here, it's not going to get past there. You know what I mean? So
we need a crowbar. We need a
crowbar.
crowbar. Because we can put it in there and go like that, see?
Well, you might get that, but it's still binding on the bottom. You'd need 2 crowbars or something, you know.
Holy shit. Why did they send us one like this?
Well, it's not the question of this. It's just the way it's sitting, I think. You know, it's twisted when it's set. Put down. Do you have a crowbar?
I don't think we got one.
I don't think you would do it anyhow. I think you need 2 crowbars.
No, a crowbar would do it, honest. Yeah, I got to go find one.
Let's get this damn thing closed. When I nod my head, you hit it.
Yeah, right.
My head.
Get it?
Okay.
Hope not.
Okay. Hey.
Oh, let's see.
Okay.
Yeah. It's got to be leaved up.
I got a persuader here.
You get a rock down, a lever.
I know that's what we need, but I can't find it. That's not doing a damn thing.
Because the whole thing's hitting on the bottom there.
We got to find the driver. A crowbar! I'll be damned.
That's so dainty, though. Look how little
It is
it is.
So dainty, huh?
Yeah.
Bend over.
You have to go something like this, I think, to...
I don't have a big one in the car.
You think it would hurt if I put this hair over your toes?
They're steel toes. I don't know.
Ow! These things here.
We need somebody to push on it when it goes up.
Yeah, I push. Yeah. Push against it.
I'll push on it.
Well,
Remember we had this problem.
okay, it passed these things, Jim. Now,
Well, it's coming in.
yeah,
We'll walk you with this now. That's it.
I can actually pry on this here.
That'll
If in doubt, hit it.
Go ahead, shut if you can.
Just move that
Go
way.
ahead and see if you can close it.
Could you move that
Can
way?
you push it in?
All right, you ready?
Joy, I can get that.
Yeah.
That's one from inside, so I couldn't.
Wow. Yeah, pull that out. That goes. You got it. One more? Yep.
Go ahead again, I'll try and catch it. Almost, so another hit. It's going. Hit at the bottom corner there. Try again. Okay, I think you got it.
Almost. Ah, there you go. Okay, you got it.
A little persuasion, huh? That's it.
I'm going to get one of these. Well, I think you have a problem because it's a right-handed sledge. Oh. And you were hitting your left-handed. I don't think so.
I didn't think you were going to succeed at that. But that was great.
I'm sorry you now volunteer.
Yeah, right.
You know what? Not only you volunteer, but whoever wants to be in charge, take a step forward. I'm sorry. All right, you're not going to do much wrong.
My husband must have gotten this from work. I said, okay. Jim's going to like red.
Okay.
They're electrical people.
Okay.
I love giving Jim Baker a hat because every week he has a different hat on or a different outfit on. He's the best. He is the best. He's so dedicated, so you can't ask for better.
Is it really, really heavy?
See, and he's got it on.
Yeah, it's free because of all the work you did. And believe me, we don't give away anything around.
Where do you want me to tell him?
You can swing a bad hammer. Where do you swing that hammer?
Chopping logs. That helps.
All right. Good.
Does he know where he's dropping this?
I can't find the guy. I don't
Oh, he's in the truck. I just talked to him.
I don't remember what he looks like. Go get him, okay?
No, he's in the truck. I just talked to him.
Oh,
So he's on the phone. He's waiting for these people to clear out. Well, where are we gonna put this one? The roll-up.
Right over there.
Alongside of it.
Yeah.
Then he can
Yeah, I think the open door will be right over here. You know,
All right.
any place around here is okay.
Okay.
Come back a little more.
That fella waved me on.
Okay, he's going to come with his truck right like this and go in, okay? So, what kind of garbage do you have?
I have one bag and I got to put the newspapers in.
Okay, let me take your one bag and then you can go around, okay? Yeah, she's only got one bag.
I got to get my hair done. Come
Yes,
on.
of course you got to get your
I
hair
have to
done.
get my hair done.
I'm ashamed of you coming here like that without your hair being done, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
You got the trash?
All right, now look, the next time it snows, take your windshield wipers and put them out.
Oh, okay.
That way they won't get stuck, okay?
Okay.
Because otherwise, Annette, they'll stick and the rubber will peel off. Okay?
See, I was so tired from shoveling the driveway.
Okay, go ahead and get out of his way now. He's going to come around this way. Where's the truck? On days when there's been snow and stuff like that, and they're overworked, why they send these roll-offs instead of a truck. But we work much better with the truck. Okay, hey. While they're doing that, okay. This roll-off that we have now is full, and we're trying to shift to that other roll-off over there. But with all these people in the way, we can't do that. So we got to convince these people to move out of the way, and then we'll be able to move that roll-off over here and put stuff in there. Hey, whose truck is this? Yeah, okay. All right, I'll go and tell him to move his truck.
trying to make room so that the tubes don't keep plugging up. I mean, this is basically ready to go, but some of this glass here, like on the edges with the snow, this is actually outside of the bin. Kind of scooping it in. That's just a piece of plastic.
We don't get this up, it's gonna be ice.
Chuck! Where's Chuck? Hey, where's Chuck? Wilma, where's Chuck? Where's Chuck? Yeah. What's up, Chuck? Oh no. He's got his truck in the way. Hey, have you seen Chuck? Chucky, baby.
Charlie, I haven't seen Charlie. What do you care? Yeah, we have his truck.
His truck's in the way. We want.
I don't know, man.
I don't see him.
Let me ask you. Pretty old, but maybe someone can use it. No, put it right in the middle. Right in the middle. Okay.
I doubt if they will. Yeah.
That's pretty easy.
Okay. Yeah. You never know. If they can use it, they can go right to the metal and take it too.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. I don't know where Chuck. What happened to Chuck? He must be in the. I bet he's in the little the boys' room. You know. He might be in a car somewhere. You know, taking it easy. Chuck, there you are, Chuck. Chuck, he's moving the new roll-off. So can you get your truck out of there?
No, it's not. You want me to move it back where it was?
Yeah, move it back where it was. We don't need it there anymore.
Oh, darn. I was going to charge you guys rent.
Okay, we're ready. Yeah.
Back me up, make sure these cars stop so I don't hit any of them.
Well, if you hit,
put this way.
Are you covered by insurance?
I am covered.
Okay, come on back. Okay, dump it. Okay, I'm going to get in there and redistribute the load a little bit. You're okay, I think. Straighten out. You got it. Hey, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Open the door. Open the door. Okay.
Well, Phil, we thought he could go around this way, but I guess not.
this place is great because it's more than a recycling center. It's a community gathering point every Saturday. I mean, people come from all around. They gather, they hang out, they talk, they exchange information about what's been going on. And most towns don't have that anymore. The fact that this is all volunteer driven actually makes it much more community oriented.
Well, we know we're doing something good for the community, and boy, I don't know, it's just, you see the same people here each Saturday, and that's just a good feeling.
The people here, they're good people, and we definitely need more people like we see around us here. There's a commonality here which makes it easier to communicate with people. We're all on the same channel, on the same wavelength.
I think primarily it's because there's a real common cause here. I think we're all really just supporting one another in our belief system, but just how it's helping our community, our environment, and we're all green.
The whole attitude here of the people is good for the soul. It's the attitude. And it's good for. It's not just good for the soul. It's good for the world and our environment. So,
Hey, you want to put those
how can you say anything about this place is bad? It's great. I love it.
And I think the best thing about this place is the people you meet. Like, you wouldn't expect you have some great conversations with just people around your community. So it's great.
It is very much community spirit because the people, they really appreciate seeing their neighbors here, and that's the first time, a long time that any of them get to see their neighbors. And they interact with all the people who work here because a lot of the workers here have been here they've been here for all the while that we've started.
Doing okay, Wilma?
Yes, I'm doing fine.
Jim's good?
Jim's good, yeah.
You know, he was my high school science teacher, you know.
Was he really?
Yes, he was. Mr. Baker was my high school teacher for chemistry.
Chemistry?
Chemistry.
That's a boring subject.
It was that you didn't make it boring. It was our most fun class to go to. And we had the best time. I learned a lot. And for my nursing education, I needed that to get in. And Jim helped me understand chemistry because that was just really not my forte. But he was a good teacher. We had a lot, and he made it fun. He made it fun because he allowed us to be ourselves and crack jokes, and that's how we learned. It made learning fun. So he was the best. And I look forward every time I come here. I love to say hello and say, you know.
Well, thank you.
So we, from the class of 75, which this is our 35th reunion this summer, from the class of 75, on behalf of them, we loved you. Still do.
Thank you.
Jim's a card. I just like to see him have a different hat every week. You know, just symbolically many of the hats he does wear. I enjoy being witty with him. He likes a lot of the younger people that volunteer here. There's a lot of life that comes in here, a lot of energy, and I'm glad to see it put to good use.
It's very valuable for the community. We have enough members that contribute and put in time, and actually there's money in recycling. So if you organize it properly, it can be profitable. Well, I think they have free coffee, that's one thing. But the people work together and they all kind of know each other from the community. So yeah, it's like a close-knit family.
And if you care about your community, then that's the whole key, and then you'll work together.
And it's a beautiful thing because it's not only just the recycling end, it's the friendship end. They have a free table, giving and receiving. It's a great thing.
The one reason is that there is no real place in Kent where people gather. There is no central gathering place. People don't all go to the same beach and meet each other. There is no, they don't meet at the shopping center. So there's no place that people can really gather. This is a place where they can gather, they can find out what's going on, they can meet their friends, they can get their stuff done and feel good about what they're doing, but they can also socialize and have a good time while they're here. It's the place where everybody can get the latest news. You find out what's going on in the town, in the county, what's important. If there's something good to do or you shouldn't do, this is the place to come to find out.
They see their neighbor. You see them standing around talking all the time. And somebody will say, You know, they shouldn't stand here and talk. It's the only time they see their neighbor. You know?
Recycling can be a fun thing. I don't know why exactly. There's all kinds of weird things come in, for one thing. And you wonder why somebody's getting rid of a certain thing, you know? And that enters into it. And I don't know, there just seems to be people are there to have a good time. It's given a good name to recycling. People who say, I go to the recycling center, and it's not a negative thing. You know, it's a positive thing. They go there and they come away with something really valuable, something they really like. So they have a different attitude toward the recycling center. So it's not a negative thing at all. It's a positive thing.
There are children who, when they first came, could barely see over the paper tables. Now they're all grown up. It's really kind of fun to see these kids grow up and to see the new generation of children coming in. We had a couple of girls in here today who were absolutely adorable, and one got to push the button for the cruncher for the cardboard, and she was so excited about doing that. It was wonderful to see. So I'm sure she'll keep coming until she's all grown up.
The only thing I'm concerned about is what happens to the next generation. The younger people coming along now, they got other things to do right now. Most of the old timers who are working here have solved their family problems, and they have time on their hands. The young people do not. So we will not know until they get to be old people whether this operation will continue. If it doesn't continue, we'll probably try to become an arm of the town somehow and get paid personnel. But we would like to have all volunteer forever if we could. Recycling, you know, look at the overall picture. Obviously, if we don't recycle on this planet, the planet is doomed. Everything can't end up in a garbage dump. You know, some things have got to be recycled. You got children, you want to contribute to their future? You got to start recycling. Why haven't you started recycling? Why haven't you? It's not as difficult as you think. Look, if I can do it, you can certainly do it.
Yes, every little bit counts. I think that's it. I'm down to my last piece of metal. Take care.
Closing time. Show's over, the party's over. It's time to call it a day. The party's over. There's no need to stay.
Where you go hide Okay. And the second one.
Okay.
3 minutes.
All right.
Yeah. Oops, is that me?
1 minute.
Okay. Lock the door.
Hey, John, you can play out here. I mean, let's have a little concert. Oh, come on, you're not going to go without playing a concert, are you? Okay.
Hey, cool. You're getting closer to a banjo. It has strings. Oh, I like that.
Where have you been all day? I didn't see you out there slinging garbage.
I was doing the books.
Okay, all right. Okay, everybody out?
Another day, another dollar.
Another day, another dollar. You want to go eat first or what?
That's up to you. What do you want to do?
Well, I like to unload first. And then,
Yeah, and with the three of us for,
you know,
help.
we're taking the refundables over to Park. As you can see, there's quite a bit of money here. guess what? What? We're all finished, and we're going to go to the Greek Village and have a big lunch. Okay? And thank you very much for your interest in the Recycling Center.